Today on the Javon Show.
Get a little bit crazy. Let's 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 get a little bit crazy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Javon Show. I am your host today, and for the foreseeable future, you can call me Javon Martin. I've got my preacher's rag here because we are about to have an amazing show today with an amazing individual. Her name is Latice Crawford. You may have seen her on season 2 of Sunday's Best. And as she's making her way into the studio, I have asked a special guest host to come and help me out today. Ladies and gentlemen, also from season 2 of Sunday's Best, Mr. Maurice Griffin. How you doing, Maurice?
I'm good, man. What's up?
Man, listen, it is an honor and a pleasure to be in your company today. While we are waiting for Latice to come into the studio, tell me, or tell the other people, because you know I know you, but for the people that don't know you, who is Maurice Griffin?
Maurice Griffin is somebody who likes to cook. That's what I'm eating right now. But he's a true Sunday Best. I'm just an alumni of it, and the Lord's been good. I'm actually charting on the billboards at the moment with my new single, Prove Me I'm Yours. It's going viral everywhere. I'm so thankful to everybody that's supporting it, all peoples in Radio Land. And I just moved to Los Angeles, and so this is a big move for me. And, you know, it's been crazy good. I come from a streamline of great singers from Chicago, Great Boy Production, New Direction, all those. That's my heyday. So, you know, I'm
a little Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you were in Chicago, what was your journey? And we're going to ask the same thing to Latice, but what was your journey to Sunday's Best?
It was really, really good. It was a dream come true that I thought would never happen. You know, you always look at it growing up. You just never know it. You just never knew it would actually happen to you. But, you know, faith without works is dead. That's what the word said. And so I'm a faith believer that if you never give up, you'll always reach the end goal. You'll always reach the end goal. And I was blessed to actually be on the show. And when I tell you if I was able to do it again, I would. We connected with so many people: Donald Lawrence, Mary, BB Winans, Kurt Franklin, Kiera Shear. You name it, they were all there. And just to be connected to all those great individuals, it was phenomenal.
And that was just to name a few people: Donald Lawrence, Kurt Franklin, yes. Blah, blah, blah.
I was like,
I know you. You.
Now, try not to be all extra like.
We got a couple of people that want to just shout out you real quick. Pastor Darrell Davis Knight says she loves Prove Me.
Thank you. Wow.
And that's my version. That's the remix.
Oh, okay.
Riley do remixes. See that look. And then maybe you know this young lady right here, Miss Gigi Burrell. She wants to thank you, Maurice.
I miss you, Gigi.
Well, go back to Houston if you're missing it in.
No, she want me to go back over there and cook her some mac and cheese. Because I bake a good mean mac and cheese with a little bacon on top. Oh.
Those are the rumors that I've heard, that you can cook a little bit. Now, real quick, while we're waiting on Latice, your recording was in Houston, Texas, right?
Yes, I did my live recording in 2016, and my first single from that was Judah, and that came out in 2018. And then after that, Prove Me I'm Yours dropped last year to radio, and so that's been going really, really well. And I'm on the verge of putting out yet another one, but I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna release this record. You know, now that the digital age is like full throttle, it just came straight to us. So just be praying with me on that. You know, I don't have a date yet, but yet still we are ready to release it. We had some of the greats. You had Alexis Spike, you had Lawrence Flowers, you had Y'Anna Crawley, you had so many great singers. Gay Arbuckle, I don't know if you remember her. from Dallas, but amazing gifts, amazing talents. And
Well,
I'm just glad to share that with the world.
we are definitely looking forward to it. So now that we know who my co-host is, let's bring in the woman of the 30 minutes. She hails from season 2 of Sunday Best. That's where she was born. That's where she was raised. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss season 2, 3, 4, and 5. Miss Latice Crawford. How you doing?
Hi, Latice is not here. Latice is here.
You know what? I'm from Chicago and I got a slur. So everything has an accent on it. That's all. So while she's frozen in time and laughing at my joke, I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows that you are here, and people have been waiting on you to be on this show today. So for those who are unfamiliar, and because I have both names and bios, please let us know, who is Latice Crawford?
Oh man, Latice Crawford is a mom. I am a singer, a writer, a cook, a actress, a model. I try to dibble and dabble in it all, but for the most part, I'm a lover of God, and I'd say a pretty strong woman.
Yes, you are a very, very, very strong woman, and you have to be strong to deal with somebody like Maurice Griffin. What was Maurice? Because I know him, so I can say that. I know him, so I can say that. So we're going to ask Maurice to you. Maurice, what was it like working with Latice on the show?
Latice was my big sister, my big little sister. You know, I always call her the Whitney Houston of our season. When I tell you she get that leg and she kick her leg and throw that hand up, that was it. Don't mess with her. It's over. I love her to death. You know, I mean, love her to life. You know, she really has a great gift, and I can't wait to do a song with her.
Now, Latice, you are a relationship consultant, right? You do workshops and things like that on relationships?
I am a certified life coach in relationship facilitation, in ecology, and in cognitive behavior.
Now, all those things that I cannot spell means that you are able to really help out people who are going through something, correct?
Well, I help people help themselves. So life coaching is a little bit different than, well, quite a bit different than being a counselor. So, you know, I'm not telling people how to be better. I'm utilizing what they have in them already that they may not be aware of, and helping them get to a better place with their own strength, their own energy. Life coaching is all about being conscious of what is and what exists, and then figuring out how you want to exist or exit from it. So exist in it and exit from it. So that's all I'm doing, is I'm just making them realize real life, and that they have choices, and that they have the ability to choose them. That's really what it is. I hate you so much.
So my question is this. I'm dealing with depression with this COVID-19. What can you do to help me?
Help us, Latice.
Listen, okay? No, seriously, that's the real thing. I know there are a lot of people who just need to be out the house. I'm a hermit on a regular basis. So when I leave the road, I'm in this house, and you're not going to find me. I told you I live in the mountains, so you're not going to find me. But for people who are suffering with any kind of, you know, bad fever, or feeling like they're getting depressed or whatever, because of it, one, you can step outside and get some fresh air. If you have a driveway, if you have a backyard, park, but find that in the house. You know, don't think about what you can't do. Think about all the things you can do. So if you wanted to write a book, or you wanted to just get little things done, if you just need some sleep, take advantage of the time that you have, and realize that it's a gift. It is time to do all of those things that you usually say you're too busy for when you're outside. Just change your perspective on it, you know, and don't think of it as I'm trapped or I can't get out. Think of it as, like I said, a gift that you will never get again. This kind of time where, one, especially as an artist, we're not in competition at this point. We're literally all on the same playing ground. Now, some, you know, may have some more advantage or some more access, but we're literally all starting from the same point now. We're all trying to be creative and be on as many social outlets as we can, doing interviews or trying to write music, but be a little bit more forgiving of yourself, and realize you don't have to figure it out and save the world all at this time. We got time, you know, and that's a gift. So try to focus on the positive and not the negative.
You don't mind me asking, How are you going to be different once all of this is over? Or will you be a different person than you were when we went into this?
I definitely will be different. I feel like for myself that I am becoming much more appreciative of little things. You know, something as simple as going to a grocery store. Now, for me, that's fun. I cook, so I like going to the grocery store. I like going and doing little crafts and stuff. So just seeing that those little things, you know, are no longer a simple task, you know, it makes you appreciate the things that you get to do a lot more. It's definitely making me more appreciative of the little bit of gigs I was having. You know, when you work for yourself, you're dependent on all of these streams of things that come in that, you know, lift up your royalties and help you make it through the month. So I think for me now, I will not be complaining about how much I don't have. I will be appreciating what I do.
That's what's up. Now, we are halfway through the show, and every day at 12:15, we do what we call a song break. I need to know a song that your fans would be surprised that you know. That whether it's a Billie Eilish or an Aaliyah or a Alanis Morissette, what is something that you can share with us during this song break? Something that we wouldn't know that you know.
I am a big jazz fan. When I was younger, my parents were very, very strict, apostolic, and so I wasn't able or supposed to be listening to jazz or, you know, anything like that. But I would listen to jazz and the blues because it sounded so much like gospel that they didn't really know the difference if they were just passing by my room real quick. So I'm not as big on a lot of the more popular music, but I do love jazz music. So Honeysuckle Rose is one of my favorite songs. So I can sing that if you want me to sing. Don't judge me, saints.
Give us a little bit of that real quick, if you don't mind.
Sure. Let's see. Every honeybee feels with jealousy when they see you out with me. I don't blame them, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose, when you're passing by flowers, you've been sigh, and I know the reason why. You're much sweeter, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose, don't buy sugar. You just have to touch my cup. You're my sugar. It's sweet when you stir it up. When I'm taking sips from your tasty lips, seems the honey fairly drips. Your confection, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose, believe me, don't buy sugar. You just have to touch my cup. 'Cause you're my sugar. It's sweet when you stir it up. The honey drips from your lips. Seems the honey fairly drips. Your confection, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose. I can't stand y'all.
What do you say after that? I quit.
How you just gonna leave me? Y'all just left me.
Maurice, your turn.
Right, because I'm like,
hang for now. I'm done. There's nothing else.
because this boy's throat, okay?
Good. Okay. In the words of T.L. Holmes, interview over. That's May the Lord watch between. Can you do that after a jazz cat? Between while we absent. Anyway.
That was beautiful. Amazing. I love her. When I first heard Latice sing, when I tell you it was heaven to my ears. I was like, oh my God. So much talent in the room when we were all meeting together for the first time, and when we actually got to hear each other sing, I was just marveled by so much talent that Donald Lawrence and the whole team for when we were on Sunday's Best produced and put together. I was just marveled at her. And it was amazing. Her dad's the bomb for real. I
Oh,
love him.
my
I
dad.
know. Like, he talked about you so much, and I was like, oh my God. Like, I was talking to him, bragging about you. He's like, oh, that's my daughter. I was like, oh.
Oh, wait a minute.
And so it was just so cold, so cool. So
Oh.
you're amazing. You're amazing.
See, so many people don't know, Maurice, that when we were on the show, thank you. So many people don't know that when we were on the show, that you and I, we were hangout
Mhm.
buddies. My first outing was with Maurice and John John. They were like, we going to the mall, let's go. Like, I was like, oh, okay. So we went out, we went to the mall and we ate and, did what we do. But they received me so well. I came on that show and I was like, I'm telling you, I'm a hermit. So I was like, as big as my personality is, I'm so shy and reserved and like, and they just were like, come on, get up, you going. And that gave me so much confidence and just the love. Like every show, it didn't feel like a competition to us because we were all cheering each other on. I remember telling Maurice, like, let me borrow a little bit of your range because I sound like a man. I need a little bit, just a little bit of what you got going on over there. Right? Let me get a little bit of this soprano, okay?
So,
Don't you say nothing.
I would love to hear y'all do a country song. Well, anyway, let me get
I
back.
would love to. You want to do one?
This is the second request I've gotten for a country song this week. Second request.
I wasn't the first.
So I'm about to be like a rhinestone cowboy. I'm about to. Y'all don't understand.
I think that once you all released both Maurice's remix to his song and the country song that were both my ideas, that you all both come back to the Javon show and that we go ahead and just debut it here because this is the place for debuts. Such a huge fan of both of you. I'm also a huge fan of John and Hezekiah Walker. I don't know if you heard. They're doing a battle on Sunday at 6:00. John P. Key or Hezekiah Walker? Who's going to take it on Sunday?
I think it might be a tie. I think they both have some incredible hits. And I mean, I think it doesn't even matter if you're a fan of either one of them. Like, you can't deny the songs. You know what I mean? I'm from New York originally. So, Hez, that's Uncle Hez. You know what I mean? And,
Right.
You're going to bump. It's a New York bump. John P. Key's bump is a little bit different. So I feel like that, like I said, I vibe with both of them. So I really can't call this one. This is a hard choice. Hard choice.
Maurice,
Hard choice.
your thoughts?
You're not going to put me in that one. This is Latice's interview.
That's how you. That's how you're gonna get your way out of it. And it looks like Maurice is now in the mountains with Latice, who made his way.
Listen, okay.
Is giving me up, and then there goes Latice. Okay, and then Maurice is buffering. So I need for everybody to turn off your Wi-Fi signals today so that I can get these two great people back into the show. So until they come in, I need to know what your thoughts are. So I'm going to open up the chat while we bring back in Maurice and we bring back in Latice to hear what you guys are saying. Hey, welcome back, Latice.
Hey, I was able to.
No, you're fine. I was able to ask the people, and they all agreed that Hezekiah Walker's just going to take it. So Michelle McDowell says it's going to be John P. Key, so she must be a Southerner. Marquise Joe says no, it would be a tie. You can't have a tie. Like the baby face.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a tie, too. I don't think that they're going to be able to figure this one out.
Mr. Collins from Chicago says it'll be John P. Key. He's a legend, but it's not. They're both legends. What are we talking about?
They're both legends.
They're both legends. And Tony Smith, he says he agrees. So I'm guessing he agrees with me that it's going to be. Gigi said John P. Key. So some people are trying to say John P. Key. I really think that just because of the fact that, like John P. Key back in the 90s, we would do the songs on repeat. But nowadays, you still hear every praise. You still hear Grateful.
Yeah.
You still hear 99 and a half on Do you still hear 99 and a half? You probably still don't hear 99 and a half.
They do. They still play it. I think that with his, like I said, his songs, I think people are like leaning more to that only because his stuff is more on radio. But there is no way that you're gonna hear Show Up Come On and you're not gonna be like, oh, there's no way that that's gonna happen. So I don't, like I said, it may not be on radio all the time, but there is no way that certain John P. Key songs will not come on and that you won't start bumping.
Who should we put you in a competition with? Maurice. Who
Nobody. I don't want to be in competition. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want the smoke. I don't want the smoke.
Latice, give me 30 seconds. Maurice, who we putting Latice in a competition with on Instagram on Sunday at 8 p.m.? Marquise said Latice and
No.
Marquise, why are you in these streets starting stuff?
I wanted to bring in
Yeah. She here?
I would like to introduce Latice to Y'Anna Crawley. Y'Anna Crawley, have you met Latice Crawford?
I've never met her. How you doing?
Come on now, that's my sister.
And I'm sorry, Miss Crawley, you're from where? Where do we know you?
You know me from, I'm from Washington, D.C., but you would know me nationally or, anything platform-wise from season 2, Sunday Best. I was a contestant on there. Mm-hmm.
You were a contestant on there. And do you remember ever singing against or with Miss Crawford?
I think I vaguely remember. Yes. Because she has one of those voices. I remember. I do.
And do you remember a young man by the name of Maurice Griffin that's sitting on the top of your head right now?
Maurice Griffin. The little guy with the high, he has high tone. Yes, I remember him. Yes.
Can you take me behind the scenes? Can you take me behind the scenes of Sunday's Best and what it was like working with these two characters right here?
Oh my God. You know what? We established such a camaraderie. So let me stop playing. We established such a camaraderie like on there. And although it was a competition, like we were family. We were helping each other out. It was just like, okay, girl, like kill this song. All right, come on, it's your turn. Like, we knew it was a competition and we knew we were competing against each other, but we really became a family, seriously. So afterwards, we still are a family.
Now, the Clark sisters put out a movie and you get to see a lot of the behind the scenes. When the season of Sunday Best movie premieres on the iDream Network in 2 years, what are we going to learn during that movie?
I think we will learn that the people will learn what they would take away is that this is ministry for all of us. It wasn't just about the competition. Yeah, it was a competition, but we're all individually ministers of the gospel, and some of us sing gospel and secular music. I don't even call it secular music, but we're ministers. And so I think what they would take away from it also is that it's one that you really have to work at. It's very, very hard. And we're all nervous. Like, it's not a thing like we get up there and we're so sure of ourselves. Like, no, we're all having, these times of nervousness, not really wanting to do this because this is something that we've been doing. It's a gift from God. And it's really not, we didn't really want to do it as far as competition. But hey, it was a competition. But I think that they would learn that not all of us are, some of us are still together as family, even afterwards. And that is just it's one of them things. It's a nervousness, but we're in there and we're working hard, just trying to belt them notes out and things and get them songs together as the behind the scene things go along. So
were you mad when she won? Were you just a little bit mad when you found out she won? Just a little bit mad.
No,
no,
seriously. Right. Why are you being messy, right? No, seriously, I wasn't. I feel like that, like she said, we were all like a we were all like a family. I think that if Yanni remembers, she and I had a conversation, and I don't know if you remember, Yanni, but I told you were gonna win. I celebrated her. I was happy for her.
So my last question my last question before we get out of here. When all is said and done, will we ever have a tour again that will feature all of you guys together?
Absolutely.
I'm in hopes.
I think we should.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
would
we
love
should.
to.
I think we should.
When you all were singing and doing the auditions, who was unable to hide the expression on their face more? Maurice, Latice, or you, Miss Crawley? Who was it easy to read when things weren't going well for a singer?
Everybody did.
I know I wear my face. I can't hide. I don't have a poker face. So it might have been me. I don't
have a poker mouth. I just be saying stuff sometimes.
I don't have a poker face.
I have a poker mouth.
Okay.
I have a poker mouth.
And what about you, Maurice?
Okay, so I say this. So when I got disqualified, not disqualified, I knew I got disqualified. So the top 20, they took 10 out. I was one of the 10 that left. When they didn't say my name, I had to hold my face because they said, make sure you hold your composure because you never know if you're going to be the way with the thing on your face. So when they said my name, they was like, we thank y'all for supporting. All right, see y'all later on the next episode. And I was like, and then I go to television and I'm seeing my face. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
You can't break, baby. You can't break.
You cannot break. You can't. You really can't.
Oh my God.
That was crazy. It was really intense because this is your life you're talking about. This is your career. This is your opportunity to take new steps into what you feel like you're called to do. And so you didn't know. You like, this is no national television wise.
Right.
So, but it was all worth it because look where I'm at now.
Yeah.
It took that to get me to where I am today. And so I'm grateful.
Come on, present place.
No, seriously, because I believe even if I didn't take on the time, I think it just really set us up, giving us this wider platform because, 1.2 million. I mean, back in that time, everybody was watching, like everybody was setting DVRs and everything, and not taking away from the present time. But I just know back then the views were just enormous. Like it was amazing. So I just believe that we're all kind of eating off of that platform, and I thank God that we're able to stay relevant, able to keep pushing out, music and just staying, in the people's faces and staying in God's presence. Hallelujah.
So listen, you better quicken. This is 11 years later. You know what I mean? 11 years later. Many of seasons in between, we're all still, I've been doing this now full time for 11 years. Full time.
Were you satisfied with the recent season and maybe how it played out throughout the season?
I'm gonna say this. I feel like that what people don't understand about when you go on shows like that, while they're only seeing the singing part, the competition part, the people who are on that show, they see us as people. You know what I mean? And so sometimes I think that it goes beyond just their gift, but they see something else in them, in their person. You know what I'm saying? In them that says, okay, it's their time. It's their, they just need it. It's not, I don't think that it's always, picking about or thinking about like, I think it's about who reaches the audience and the people the most, the masses the most, not necessarily in sound, voice or anything, but just something about them. Something about them makes sense. And then I think too, for us as a person, I knew when I went on Sunday Best that wasn't my time. It just that just wasn't the time that I was supposed to win. It just wasn't the time that it was supposed to be my moment. What I got from that record deal, reality show, like I said, 11 years of work, 2 major labels, you can't really beat, what you get when it's yours.
A lot of people don't know I was dealing with depression on that show, like fighting through it. And I was fighting through it with my singing because that's the way I knew how. So she's right. I need God. And even though I didn't even want to do it. I woke up late. I told the people, I'm not going to this competition. I had somebody to come wait for me. I mean, I wasn't even dressed. It was cold as I don't know what in DC. I went out with a leather jacket, a t-shirt, and some jeans. And I said, Lord, if you don't move this line, then I'm going home. Because I lived right up the street from BET Studios at the time. As soon as I said that, The man came outside, y'all are singers, came outside and said, y'all are singers, y'all need to be inside the building. Even with that, it was like a process. God was taking me through a process because I love to circumvent things. If things don't work out for me, just within an instant, I would quit. So yes, she's right. I needed that. I had to fulfill that process, not so much just to get that title, but to commit myself to that process and go through it for the finish. Yeah.
That's beautiful. So the answer is, to the question, would you all do it over again if you had to do it over again, based off the results of what's happened since? You would all say yes?
Yeah, I would.
No.
No.
I said back then. Too.
Back then, that's what I'm saying. Back then, yeah. Now?
Oh, back then? Back then, yeah, I had fun, but no.
No,
not
today?
now.
No.
Jamari,
okay.
No. There is no sunshine, right?
No.
That part. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. You all have been amazing guests, and I'm so grateful to you, Ms. Crawley, to you, Mr. Griffin, for coming in and surprising our friend, Miss Latice Crawford. Yes. So thank you guys so much, and you all stay blessed and stay encouraged and keep releasing music, okay?
Thank you so much. See y'all. Love y'all.
Thank you. Now, Ms. Crawford.
I love you too.
If you don't mind sharing your social media so that people can find out where you are and how to get there.
My social media is Latice Crawford. It's the same on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Latice Crawford. There's no R. LATICE-CRAWFORD. Please make sure that you stay tuned. Put those notifications on because I have music coming. I'm talking about in like weeks. I have music coming. So please go on the page and stay tuned.
Wonderful. And thank you so much for putting up with the surprises today and letting us just kind of share some love with you from people that love and support you and have been loving and supporting you for so long. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching the show today. If you will, please like and share today's broadcast so that more people can fall in love with Latice Crawford the way that I have fallen in love with Latice Crawford. So until next time, please take care of yourself and each other. God bless.